The watch industry has been busy lately with some really amazing releases, so today we're going to take a look at 8 exciting new affordable watches. When Nodus hit the scene in 2017, they were one of many micro brands making affordable watches, but they quickly gained popularity and a really great reputation in the watch community. They just launched the Sector 2 Dive GMT, and it's yet another home run from the brand. The watch is designed and assembled in Los Angeles and introduces the next generation of the Sector series. The case and crystal have been re-engineered and redesigned to create a thinner profile of 11.9 millimeters, one of the slimmest automatic NH34 GMT movement designs ever made, all while maintaining 100 meters of water resistance. The 40 millimeter case shape and bracelet end links have also been updated for a more streamlined fit on the wrist. The thinner case utilizes a more robust box-shaped sapphire crystal, which allows the dial and hands to sit closer to the glass compared to the conventional crystal shapes. Now, with the second time zone and a unidirectional piston system bezel, the Sector 2 Dive GMT is even more stacked with functionality. What's really cool about this new model is there are 2 options for the bezel, depending on your preference. There's a brushed steel version, as well as a matte DLC bezel in black that adds a bit of a stealthy appearance. Both are great options for sure, and the details and finishing is done really well. The brushing on the case and bracelet has fine micro details and features the Nodus clasp that enables quick and easy on-the-fly clasp adjustment to get that perfect fit. This is definitely a lot of watch for $525. Watch enthusiasts could get pretty serious about watches and their opinions about them, and sometimes the fun about watch collecting could get a bit lost. The new Orient and Snoopy 75th anniversary Bambino is all about the fun. There's no doubt the Bambino collection is one of the best affordable dress watches in the market. It's pretty darn cool how much of a watch fan Snoopy is. That cute little beagle has been on the dials of Timex, Seiko, Omega, and many other brands. This time, it's Orient's turn. The watch is available in a white dial and a creamy dial, both with the 1950s script Orient logo, with Snoopy lying on top of the water resistance. But the fun doesn't stop there. Orient has also brought Snoopy to the dial of the Mako diver, one on the traditional dial and the other on the open heart model. I'm not usually too into open dials, but it definitely works well here, especially paired next to the sub-dial at the 6. These are limited editions, so if you are interested, I would act fast. The Bambino has a 38mm case and based on the version 7 with the dash applied indices and small date window at the 3. The Mako has a 40mm case with the more rugged dive watch layout. For a while, Orient competed head-to-head with Seiko as the best affordable automatic watch brand, but with the direction Seiko has been going lately and their continued price increase, I think Orient has taken over the top spot. This new Snoopy Bambino is priced at $385, and the Snoopy Mako is $365 and $390, depending on the model. As much as I love dive watches and automatics, I do enjoy switching things up with digital watches as well. They're super accurate and packed with useful functions. In 1990, Junghans revolutionized the watchmaking industry by launching the first ever radio-controlled watch, the Mega 1. Now, the brand has returned the iconic design with a modern revival. The watch's design is very similar to the original, but there are some notable changes. The display is more prominent, easier to read, and has a more minimalist design. The construction is definitely really darn cool. The case is made from PVD-coated steel with a sapphire crystal over the display. Like its predecessor, the new version has an integrated leather strap. It definitely looks unique and a bit sci-fi, but what makes it all so special? Well, the watch automatically self-adjusts based on signals received from the transmitter in Germany, the hometown for the brand. The watch could also be switched between 12 and 24-hour display options and can be set to show the specific date, day of the week, and calendar week, offering a bit of customization. Although I'm not sure it's the right watch for me, there's no denying its appeal. The case has really nice brushing, a great size of 38.5 by 44 by 9.2, and there's 3 color options to choose from. The price is $530. Aside from Orient, another great option for affordable automatic watches is Timex, and their new 1983 E-line is an absolute stunner. It does come in 4 colors, and the big standout for me is the blue dial. It leans towards navy blue, and Timex nailed the design. It's a simple layout with the polished hands and hour markers surrounded by a minute track, but the details are done just right. The mix of brushing and polishing adds nice contrast, and although it has a smaller case at 34mm, the rounded, square design will make it wear bigger than you'd expect. This reissue is a mirror image of the original, with the only visual difference being the exposed lugs on the newer version. It even features the same expansion steel bracelet, which Timex now brands as the Perfect Fit brands. It's not a revolutionary strap, but gets the job done. Inside powering the engine is a Miyota 8215 automatic movement. TV dials were big in the 80s, and the way Timex rounds out the square case has a cool, contemporary feel that also adds a bit of a retro vibe, but still looks current. The silver dial is also really awesome with the vertical brushing. Timex has been on fire these past few years with really great dive watches and reissues. They have really grown out of being just a digital watch brand and not just known for the weekender. The new 1983 is priced at only $229. Keeping the Timex theme but switching things up quite a bit is the new Marlin Hand-Wound. Another minimalist design that still packs a ton of style. It comes in either a silver dial or brown. Both looks really classy and has a heavily vintage-inspired design. The sunburst dial, topped with the dark gray hands and indices, and a black faux alligator strap, is a recipe for success. The brown dial is quite interesting and appears to be somewhat between chocolate brown and burgundy, depending on the light. Definitely stands out from the silver, black, blue, and green dials that have been previously released. This is another reissue from Timex and remains untouched from the original. The hands and dial counters are the same, and it runs on the same Seagull-developed hand-wound movement. I will note the case is 34mm, so it won't be for everyone. I have an older Datejust that's 34mm, and even though it does look a little small on my 7-inch wrist, I definitely enjoy wearing it and find it to look a bit classy and elegant. For $209, it's a great value for a watch with some heritage and a timeless, sleek design. I don't think Seiko had any idea how popular G-Shock would be when they first launched the brand in 1983, but it's become a bit of an icon in the watch community. Their latest 3-piece Master of G collection are some seriously tough, durable watches that continue to show G-Shock's evolution. They come with the bright yellow bands and matching detailing that not only offers high visibility in the field, but provide really cool contrast with the black resin case. The first in the series is the Gravity Master, the simpler and cheapest of the bunch, but it is the only one to feature an analog display with dual-time functionality. Then there's the Mudman and Hangman. The latter is much more capable of the two, basically in the form of a smartwatch with sensors for heart rate and distance. But the dust, mud, and shock resistance of the Mudman is impressive in its own right and carries a stainless steel bezel insert, adding a mixed material construction. At my peak, I owned 11 G-Shocks, which is quite a lot, but nowhere near what some of yours are. Side question, what are the most G-Shocks any of you have owned? As far as the prices go, the Gravity Master is $300, the Mudman is $400, and the Rangeman is $500. As I touched on a bit ago, I absolutely love dive watches, and the Citizen ProMaster is up there with some of the best quality and budget-friendly options, especially their latest version, the Eco-Drive Professional Diver 300. It has the fan-favorite styling, but with the new movement that is impressive in more ways than one. The ProMaster is a staple in Citizen's catalog with the ISO-compliant case, the offset crown, and rotating timing bezel. With the latest update, there have been some changes. The dial color is now available in a shimmery red or black instead of the flat colors of the original. It also has the strap integrated into the case, which is now thicker along with the bezel. The new movement, caliber E365, is now rated for saturation diving at 300 meters, which is proudly listed on the side of the case. But even more important is its power reserve. Citizen states the battery can now run for 365 days on a full charge, or for anyone who doesn't really like math, that's a whole year. So even if you don't let the watch get charged in the sun or light, it will function in pitch black conditions for a year and keep ticking away. A super rugged tool watch for $675. Much like how Nodus has earned a really great reputation at the micro level with watch enthusiasts, Unimatic is another one of those brands. Their watches take minimalist designs to the extreme while delivering quality, well-built timepieces. They've teamed up with Todd Snyder, a designer who's collaborated with many watch brands to launch the Modello Tre, a vintage-inspired military field watch with some really cool specs. The case has a sandblasted DLC coating that looks incredible with the matte olive dial and creamy white subdials. And the hands add some welcome accent colors in white and orange. The Modello Tre is built on Unimatic's U3 chronograph line with the 41.5mm case, a double dome sapphire crystal for optimal strength, and a 300-meter dive rating. There's also plenty of Superluminova C3 lume for a long-lasting glow in low light conditions. Inside is one of my favorite watch movements, the Seiko-produced VK64 Mecha Quartz. It's incredibly accurate and has that sweeping hand motion of an automatic, but the convenience of quartz power. The watch went on sale on March 6 and is limited to just 100 units, so you might have to get a little creative if you want to buy one. The retail price was $718. That's all for the watches today. I hope you enjoyed my selection and let me know which one was your favorite. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.